So I saw Reynad playing this deck on stream the other day, and I actually thought it was pretty interesting. It's like a variation of Aggro Shaman, but it has Maelstrom Portal, most notably. Also has like Unbound Elemental. It's a pretty cool deck. And Maelstrom Portal was one of the cards I was having the most trouble figuring out how I was going to play, so I thought it was really interesting. And I also thought it was really interesting that Reynad seems to think Maelstrom Portal is like insanely overpowered, when I think it's like marginally better than Arcane Explosion. So maybe I can be convinced by this list. My hand blows, by the way. I have 2 Doomhammers. So this probably isn't going to be one of those games that shows how broken Maelstrom Portal is. That's pretty good. Pop the Divine Shield and then this guy doesn't die to a buff. I've actually had pretty good success with this list. I think I'm 9-3, 10-3, something like that. Okay, so that tells me this is a Steward of Darkshire list. But anyway, I've had pretty decent success with the deck. Feral Spirit makes like the most sense here. Straight into this because he can't get past my taunt wall anyway to kill it. And the overload from Feral Spirit doesn't really matter because I don't have a play on 4 anyway. What was I saying? I think I was saying this is like more of a mid-rangey list. It's not nearly as bursty, although it does still have a couple lava bursts. It doesn't play Tuskars. It doesn't play... The only 1-drops it plays are Tunnel Trogs. But it's definitely more of a mid-rangey list, which I think is kind of cool. I can't imagine Earthshock being better than just making a totem here. With double Maelstrom Portal, double Lightning Storm, I think I should be pretty good against this list. I guess I'm trading. I think my deck has more sustain than his, and I don't want to let his weapon get a kill when I can trade the minions. I need to kill the Steward of Darkshire, and I can kill it with like Lightning Bolt pretty easily. I could go like Thalnos, Lightning Bolt the Steward, Earthshock the Dragon Egg, but that's kind of weird. I kind of like keeping Thalnos for my board clears. I have 4 of them in the deck, and since Lightning Bolt kills Steward of Darkshire anyway, the Thalnos is just kind of filler that turn. I think I just kind of want to send my Doomhammer into it twice. Kinda sucks taking 6 damage, but I have 2 Doomhammers in my hand. I really need to get some use out of them. And going down from 30 to 24 is hopefully not that big a deal.
Let's show our guests a good
He's playing Morose.
reporting for duty.
Wonder how similar this is to the list that I was playing. I kinda want to draw into a board clear now. So I might just play out Thalnos as a card draw. Go like Thalnos, Earthshock the Dragon Egg, and then just hammer into a couple of his dudes. Or maybe I don't play Thalnos. Maybe I just make a totem. Maybe I hold the Earthshock for when he plays like Keeper of Uldamon or Blessing of Kings. So I'm definitely gonna make a totem. I think I am just going to play Thalnos for the card draw. It actually lines up pretty well against his minions.
Who am I? None of your business.
Wow, 4 secrets. I think that's a bit unusual. There's the Maelstrom Portal. So Azure Drake, Maelstrom Portal clears quite a bit of stuff. Let's go ahead and start with the Azure Drake, I think. Repentance. I guess that makes sense as the 4th secret. I wasn't playing that in the list I was using. I definitely want to play Maelstrom Portal here. What's the best way to do it? Probably smack into the... Well, the first thing I smack into is gonna get Noble sacked, right? And then the Noble sack will get redeemed. Then I punch the Dragon Egg. And play the Maelstrom Portal.
Today, I don't have to be a princess.
Okay. Unfortunately, that buffs his guy out of Azure Drake range. Am I dead?
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Ouch. I'd probably like to draw my second Feral Spirit pretty soon. So if I Earthshock this guy, all it really does is deal 3 damage. Let's see, if I go Azure Drake, and then my Lightning Bolt does 5, then I just trade my other Azure Drake into it. Still have 2 mana left over. Probably just trade off the Brave Archer and Earthshock something. Hopefully I can draw into a board clear. Do I have Lethal? I think I'm 2 damage off Lethal. 10, 26. I definitely should have thought more about hitting with the Doomhammer there. I didn't realize I was down to 2 charges on it already. I have another one in my hand, but it costs a lot of mana. So it might have been better to not play the Doomhammer there. Okay, he didn't play this card. If it was Tyrion, he would have played it. If it was Leroy, I would have been dead. If it was Challenger, he probably would have played it. I have a hard time imagining what this card could be, other than like Blessing of Kings or Keeper of Uldamon. So I might actually have to clear here, which really sucks. I guess if it's Keeper of Uldamon, I'm not dead. But it could be Blessing of Kings. He probably actually would have just played Keeper of Uldamon that turn. I'm like 100% sure that card in his hand is Blessing of Kings, which is why I'm making these trades. I was gonna play the Flame Wreathed Faceless there, but then I realized how important a Taunt Totem could be. So I made a pretty suboptimal play, I would say. I'm probably dead to the Divine Favor. He's got stuff like Leroy in his deck.
Nothing scares me, except
Okay, I don't think I was playing Yeah, I was playing Selfless Hero in my list, actually. Never mind. Do I have Lethal? This is 16, 20. Oh yeah, this is Lethal. Wow. Aggro Shaman is a disgusting deck, isn't it? Hopefully I lose this game so I don't have to complete these garbage 40 gold quests. Reroll them into 60s tomorrow. Why does my deck tracker not know what deck I'm using?
I must protect the wild. For Doomhammer.
We good, deck tracker? You settled? What cards do I actually keep? I want Tunnel Trog, I want Totem Golem. Rockbiter's not super good, like on turn 1 against Druid. I think I'm just gonna mulligan for my OP1 and my OP2 drop. Classic turn 1 Druid play. classic turn 1 Shaman play. He can actually kill my Totem Golem with second Living Roots, or Power of the Wild, or Wrath, Innervate Swipe. That's probably not a good play though.
Unleash the beast.
Savage Combatant. Okay. So I actually have 3 different ways I can kill that. Well, 4 I guess. I could Rockbiter my face instead of the Totem Golem, but that's stupid. I have 3 real ways that I can kill that. And I probably should kill it, because if I don't kill the Savage Combatant, then Hero Power plus a Sapling can kill my Totem Golem, so I definitely should kill it. Next turn on 3, it doesn't really look like I have a play, so overloading isn't that big a deal. What could I draw into that I would play? I would probably play Feral Spirit. I would play Unbound Elemental, but that's only 4 out of 24 cards. 1 in 6 chance that the overload is relevant. I guess if I drew a Tunnel Trog, I would want to go Tunnel Trog plus Hero Power potentially. Earthshock is pretty good against like Mounted Raptor, Mark of Yasharaj. I think I'm gonna spin the Lightning Bolt to clear this. I think next turn is likely to be the least impactful turn for the overload. Although I guess I could just wait until like turn 6 to play Lightning Bolt. And then at that point in the game the overload's much easier to play around. As long as I don't draw Unbound Elemental next turn. Or Feral Spirit. Or Tunnel Trog. So as long as I don't draw that specific quarter of my deck, I think Lightning Bolt was the better card to use there.
Time waits for no one.
Wonder why his turn 3 is so difficult.
Another night on the prowl.
I mean, that play seemed pretty straightforward to me. I guess having access to this Lightning Storm would have been pretty good, but I did not predict the significance of that. I definitely want the option to Lightning Storm next turn, so I can't play Ancestral Knowledge. And if I'm playing Lightning Storm, it doesn't really make sense to Rockbiter into any of this stuff. Same with Earthshock, so I guess I'm just gonna make a Totem and pass.
Another night on the prowl.
Charge. Wow. I mean, this is a pretty easy Lightning Storm, right? Hopefully I draw into a 3-mana play this turn. Pick that card quick.
The Ancient One calls.
Wow. I'm actually a little bit disgusted that that just happened. Raven Idol into one of the best 6-drops in the game with Innervate in hand. I guess I'm just making a totem here. Does Spell Damage Totem make me want to play Earthshock? I knock him down to a 5/5, puts it in range of Lava Burst next turn.
Little time.
I think I will do it. There was some consideration to hold it and then next turn with the Azure Drake Earthshock it, because he's not going to clear the totem most likely. That would put it at a 5/4. But I would have to take 10 damage from it for that to happen. Lightning Bolt would be really nice right now. Kinda wish I'd Rockbitered on 2. I might actually have to draw here. Because if I let that Druid of the Claw hit me in the face again, I'm just dead whenever he draws Swipe. And I could just be dead to Savage Roar next turn. But if I just waste my turn drawing here, Is there any chance I can actually win? I guess drawing into Lightning Storm might also be an out if I high roll on the cat and then Rockbiter my totem. I think I'm like 95% likely to lose with either play, but I think this one is slightly better. I just need to get control of the board and kill him before he draws swipe. I wonder what that card in his hand could be. He played an early Innervate, didn't he? Yeah, and then he Innervated out the Arakoa. So I don't really know what that card could be. I need to overload so that I can kill this. So I'm gonna play Ancestral Knowledge. Feral Spirit is a nice pickup. Prevents the next Druid of the Claw from killing me. Prevents Savage Combatant from killing me. That deck might even be aggressive enough to have Leroy, for all I know. I guess I was also just dead to Savage Roar there. Might be done clearing, because I do actually have to kill him pretty fast. So I'm just going to put some power on the board and draw. Right now it's just a matter of if I can piece together enough damage before he draws swipe. And I think I might actually have lethal next turn with Doomhammer Rockbiter. It's 10 damage from hand. Oh, it's Living Roots. Oh my god. How much damage did I have on board? 14. Man. He was dead if he didn't draw that. Or swipe. Swipe was good too. That's such a bummer. I think when I ended that turn, after setting him to 22, I think I was actually favored to win that game. That's such a bummer. I guess I keep Rockbiter. It's pretty good against SI7 Agent and Earthen Ring Farseer. Oh, this hand blows. I don't know, I probably shouldn't have kept Rockbiter without a minion to play. Like, if I had Tunnel Trog Rockbiter, maybe I could keep the Rockbiter. But on its own, that was probably pretty dumb.
Hey, do you want to buy a funnel cake?
Huckster indicates that it's not just a typical miracle list. If I want to play Doomhammer on 5, that means I cannot play Feral Spirit next turn. I could Feral Spirit this turn, or I could just go Unbound Elemental this turn, and then next turn commit to doing like Totem Rockbiter or something. But do I need to play Doomhammer on 5 this game? I probably don't need to play Doomhammer that early. Alright. 3 mana response to a 3 mana threat. Turns out a 4 mana 7/7 is pretty good on turn 4. This wasn't as automatic of a play as I just made it out to be. Because sap.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Edwin Van Cleef. Guess I just play Feral Spirit here. One Feral Spirit, Feral Wolf, whatever. Lines up pretty well against the Huckster. The other sets Van Cleef to 4. And then I can like Lava Burst him or something. Maybe I just play a second Feral Spirit here. I'll be on 5 mana next turn. Van Cleef should be a 6/2, and then I can go 7/7 and Rockbiter my face into Van Cleef. If I just Lava Burst here, I don't really develop anything, but I also don't have to take 6 damage from the Van Cleef. Lava Burst still allows me to develop the Flame Wreathed Faceless next turn. Or I guess a Doomhammer if I wanted to. I'm just gonna Lava Burst this guy, I think. I could also have just dropped my Flame Wreathed Faceless into the Van Cleef, but he has the dagger if he wants to tank 7. He could just backstab Cinder and Edwin. Or he could just have second sap, I guess. Don't really play around second sap, though. Wow, really? So I can go Lava Shock, Rock Biter, and either Flame Wreathed Faceless or Feral Spirit. If I play Feral Spirit, I get to remove the Overload from it. But if I play the 7/7, I have to Lava Shock first. If I take the Overload, I'm going to be on 6 next turn. Leaves me with Doomhammer, Rockbiter. Could also just do like Feral Spirit Totem or something. I think I like getting the 7/7 out. Leaving Gadgets and Auctioneer up is not an option. I'm a little surprised he just played out the Auctioneer there. But he's a Golden Rogue, and Rogue is my second least played class. So I'll take his word for it. Second Sap. Two Saps in the top 10 cards. Oh, okay. Pretty good card from Huckster. How good is Thalanos in this matchup? My AoE isn't very good against Rogue. But if I just make a Totem, if I get like Taunt Totem, that's pretty good. I really want to play the 7/7 into his. My best answer for it.
What to do?
I guess I'll make a Totem instead of playing Falnos. If I'd gotten the Taunt, it would have been really good. Falnos' spell power is pretty relevant in this deck sometimes.
This guy's toast.
Did he just hit that with his dagger? Wow. I'm pretty surprised by that play. He could have just used SI7 Agent on the 7/5, brought it down to a 7/3 and then eviscerated it. All he had to do was leave up a healing totem and he could have saved himself 7 health. Doomhammer Rockbiter over the next 2 turns is 14 damage. For this turn, 10 next. Leaves him at 9. Lava Burst is 5, leaves him at 4. Thalnos can boost the Lava Burst by 1, leaves him at 3. I have 2 Lightning Bolts in the deck. A Lava Shock that would combine with Thalnos. Maybe I just try to set up lethal here. Probably better to just play Feral Spirit though. Go for board control. Lava Burst the Flame Wreathed Faceless. If it attacks in. I think I have too many dead draws next turn to just go for a Doomhammer play. So if the SI7 agent kills a wolf, he's in Maelstrom portal range. The 7/7 gets put into Lava Burst range.
I got the best deals anywhere.
That's scary. By the way, since he's playing Auctioneer and Huckster, there's a pretty good chance this is a Miracle N'Zoth list. It was pretty spooky. Alright, so I have a guaranteed board clear with Thalnos and the 2 AoE cards. If I Thalnos first, this can high roll for 4. That doesn't kill the Flame Wreathed, and I need it to kill the Flame Wreathed. And my 2 AoEs never get any better than this, so I don't really mind playing both of them here. I don't think there's anything relevant I can get off the Maelstrom portal, but I'll play it first just in case. So that's both of his Auctioneers. Actually, I guess I might want my AoE for when he plays N'Zoth. if he plays N'Zoth. It's also very viable to just put Huckster in your typical Miracle Rogue list. But I think a one of Huckster is the only Death Rattle he's played this game. Alright, so we're back to looking at Doomhammer lethals. I have 19 damage in my hand over the next 2 turns. I'll be on... if I go for that, I have 8 mana next turn. So, like, Azure Drake Lava Burst plus Lightning Bolt wouldn't do it. I think I just play Azure Drake here. I don't know, maybe I just Doomhammer him. It's lethal over 3 turns. His play that turn was super weak. 10 mana cycle Phantom Knives pass. I guess Azure Drake puts on the same clock. Go ahead and totem up here. Because Doomhammer hitting for 4 this turn and 4 next turn is the same as Doomhammer and Azure Drake both hitting for 4 next turn. Or each hitting for 4 next turn, I guess. Oh, it's a Yogg list. Okay. He stole my 1/1. Well, that was gross. I can go Doomhammer, Rockbiter into the taunts. Lava Burst, the Lightning Bolt on Yogg-Saron. Spend my entire hand, take 8 damage. But I'm not dead on board. There's no way to set up lethal because I have to spend burn on Yogg-Saron. I'm pretty sure this game's not winnable. Could have also spent the Earth Shock instead of the Lightning Bolt, because it would have silenced some of the buff off Yogg-Saron. Can we all just take a moment to acknowledge how stupid of a card Yogg-Saron is?
Ha, this guy's toast.
I don't know why I'm going through the motions of drawing cards.
Elements guide me.
Well, that was gross. I went 1 and 2, I think, but I promise this deck is good. I was like 10 and 3 with it the other day.